Greetings, classmates. My name is Bobby Roberts, and I did my interview assignment on Elijah Barnette. He is with Savannah State University. The introduction, the name of the professional, his name is Elijah Barnette, EDD. Dr. Barnett's position at Savannah State University, he is the Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs, Professor, and Dean of the School of Teacher Education. Our meeting logistics, we met on June 11, 2014, 2:30 p.m. Morgan Hall at Savannah State University, room 126. What was the career path of the person interviewed? Dr. Barnette started in industrial arts, focusing on technology education. He was a classroom teacher for 12 years. Um, how he ended up in this position, or started his path to higher education consulting, he was uh, privy to having a presenter become late, showing up to an activity, and actually he took over and kept the group on track till the presenter arrived. So, but the only thing he needed to do to further his opportunities in consulting was to obtain his master's degree. The credentials of Dr. Barnette: he has a Bachelor of Arts degree in education. He also has a Master's of Education and a doctorate in education. Dr. Barnette has held several positions in higher education. Um, at North Carolina A&T, he was a tenured track faculty. He was the coordinator of technology education, and he also rose to department chair. And when he left North Carolina A&T, he was the dean. Now, when he came to Savannah State, he retired for 5 years. He came in as a consultant to Savannah State as we were in the process of re-engineering the education program. The education program left and went over to Armstrong, but we were attempting to revitalize it in STEM education. And Dr. Barnette was instrumental as he served as the planning dean and also is now the associate vice president for teacher education and also the dean of teacher education. What led to his current career position? As I said before, he did some consulting for technology education. He worked with North Carolina Department of Education, which led to developing programs at other institutions. Best and worst parts of current position. His best was the great people that he works with. He enjoys the connection. Worst is the administrative challenges that we all face with dealing in higher education. Level of satisfaction with higher education career choice. He stated he would not change it for the world. He was really happy to enjoy coming to work and offering opportunities for students to move forward in their goals of higher education. Future career aspirations. As I shared before, he retired, but he is ready to retire again. Um, he has succeeded in the goal of education returning to Savannah State. That was a short-term goal he had, but he does plan to see the first class of students graduate. So from matriculation to graduation of those students. Advice for future professionals. Dr. Barnette showed about being humble, um, follow, but you still have to have strong leadership characteristics, being fair and equity, and dealing with everyone with dignity and respect. Surrounding yourself with good lieutenants, having people that support you and support your vision, support the shared vision of your department. Having tough skin, being in higher education, sometimes you get your hand tapped, but what you have to do is, learn from that and move forward and know when to retreat, know when to retreat. You can't always be on every scene. Sometimes you got to come back, regroup, and move forward. Departmental information. The primary mission of the School of Teacher Education is to provide teachers with knowledge, skills, and basically prepare students for jobs in middle school through high school. We This department is designed to help students become teachers, and they also want them to become global educators. So there's a global aspect as well to the department. The School of Teacher Education has two branches. Branch one is the pre-college programs. That's where the TRIO programs, Talent Search, Upward Bound, And we also have Gear Up, and then we have one college-based program, and that's Student Support Services. And Branch 2 is actually the teacher preparation branch, and there's the STEM-related teaching track to help the existing degrees of civil engineering technology, electronic technology, biology, and mathematics. Staffing and organizational structure. There are 5 faculty tenure track with 2 with dual responsibilities with administration and assessment. There are 4 directors of TRIO, educational talent search, like I said before, student support services, Upward Bound, and the Gear Up program. And there's a total of 27 direct reports to this department. Changes in the department. The School of Teacher Education was established in 2011. In the developmental process, it was approved by the Board of Regents and the Georgia Professional Standards. Spring 2014 officially started accepting students for the STEM track, and they're still on the continuum of development, and they're making changes based on the data that is collected on an ongoing basis. Current issues plaguing the department: budget issues as it was newly formed, staffing, funds for equipment. They're trying to expound the program, so there's a lot of things that have to be looked for as far as funds. Funded at the current budgetary status, they are funded at the appropriate level based on faculty and staff equity. Financial need most apparent. They're looking to offer a STEM synergistic lab to comprise all subjects in one area, so that's biology, math, and technology, include engineering technology, to have a space where all of those can work in tandem to help students get prepared for the classroom. Accomplishments in the last 5 years: state approval for the programs without any areas of improvement, and that was in November 2013. Biggest difficulty the department has experienced, of course, the developmental aspects of growth. There's some growing pains there, but this department is going to be one of the best on campus I see. What are the major plans for the future? Academic year 2015, expand program offerings beyond STEM. They're looking to offer English, music, physical science. They're also interested in development of the post-baccalaureate program to include 20 additional hours in pedagogy, and to forward and reestablish the middle grades program. Some major issues that he expressed that are in higher education: the Common Core standards staying within the consortium that established, the politics, and we can talk days about politics in higher education. The high stakes testing. The students, if you don't pass this test, you can't graduate. Race to the top, and we know the association with the political environment with that. Pre-college programs experiencing sequestration. With the funding is low, that's less students that are being served that have the opportunity to have a different outlook as it pertains to moving into college. Midterm elections, it's also based on how people feel about funding and things of that nature. So the pre-college funding levels, tenure is always a strong question, and advanced degrees in education with the pay increase. Reaction: Dr. Barnette is a seasoned professional that has a wealth of experience in higher education from the classroom to the university level of planning and administration. Would I like to work within this department? I actually serve as the director of Upward Bound at Savannah State University, and it's a pleasure to work for and with Dr. Barnette. Interest in working in a similar department: if all things are equal, yes, I enjoy the opportunity to learn from Dr. Barnette. Overall assessment of interview: it was good to hear information about how Dr. Barnette navigated to his current position and the role he traveled to get there. He has anecdotal and practical information that can help me in my career. And this concludes my presentation. Thank you.